Hey everyone, this is Steve from GamersNexus.net. We're here at PAX East 2015, currently at the Dreadnought booth.
Yeah.
And we saw Dreadnought at PAX South. I wrote an article about it. Pretty cool game. It's a space game. There's a lot of space games right now. I am joined by the game director, Peter, and we're talking about Dreadnought. Peter, can you give us a quick overview of Dreadnought and how it plays?
Sure. So Dreadnought is a game about capital spaceships. The idea behind it is that basically everybody has their own idea about what a spaceship captain's like. There's Han Solo with the Millennium Falcon. There's everything up to like Adama with the Galactica, like Star Trek Enterprise, of course. And we wanted, like, there's not that many games that actually cater to those fantasies, like playing those guys. But all this is really up close and personal and quite action heavy in terms of capital spaceship battles.
What's the player count?
Currently it's 5v5. Like, we found that 5v5 actually feels really good. There's already a lot going on because these ships obviously have a lot of guns and there's a lot of stuff happening on screen. Potentially we'll scale it up. It's mainly a technical thing, like do we want this? Does it feel good from a design point of view? We still have to check that.
And in terms of game modes, we've written about and played Team Deathmatch. We just played another mode. Can you give us a quick overview of that?
We now have a game mode that's called Team Elimination. And with this, we wanted to make it a bit more tactical and slower. So you kind of discuss strategy before you actually go into battle in orbit with your fellow captains, and it's your ship. So if this ship dies or if the ship goes down, then it's basically gone. So you only have one life, no respawn. What it's about for us is we wanted to create this feeling of band of brothers. Like, you're going in this battle together with your fellow captains. So if you actually die, we don't want you to leave. Like, we want you to be there for those guys. So you can actually respawn, but you can respawn with a smaller fighter jet. So more like the idea, okay, you have the Battlestar Galactica, but there's also Apollo and Starbucks. And they can actually do something. Like, I mean, you can like turn the tide of battle and influence the battle a bit, but obviously you also feel that compared to those giant powerful ships, you're more or less nothing. So if they start shooting at you, then you blow up.
And for target players, there are a lot of space games like right now, like we said. You sort of went over how yours is a bit different. Who do you think is really the right type of player for Dreadnought?
Players that don't want to play a simulation. Like, this is a game where you can have fun. Like, it's you jump in, you will feel at home. Like, it's WASD, it's left mouse button for firing, it's right mouse button for aiming. 1 to 4 targets your abilities. Energy management is really quick and accessible. So you bring up an energy menu, you redirect all your energy to weapons or shield or engine. So it's not about 32.5% energy to this and like 15 keys that you have to manage. We try to keep every element that actually contributes to this idea of being a captain, and then make it as quickly accessible as possible. So it's the fastest and most visceral and up close and personal version of capital spaceships that you can get.
Is there a target release date yet? We know it's free to play.
Mm-hmm.
Any monetization plans?
So first on the release date, a lot of people keep asking us, and obviously you can believe us that we are just as eager as you guys to actually put it out there. Like, we want to get it in front of people. We just don't want to get it in front of people before we are ready to, like, if it blows up, then you won't like it as well.
Right.
So we're currently in friends and family phase, so we are testing it against a small amount of people to get it right. And then as soon as we tick all the boxes for this phase, like, we'll move into closed beta and like go to playdreadnought.com, sign up for the newsletter, and you will know as soon as we know. I promise that. Yeah, and monetization was the second question, right? So yeah, it is going to be free to play. So we really like the idea of free to play because it's something where you can't spend 20 million on marketing to trick people into buying the game and then it's shit. Sorry, I'm not allowed to say that probably. And then it's not good. But so you really have to make a good game to keep people playing. And in return, like, you can actually keep this game alive for a long time. Actually, if people spend money in the game and they buy like cosmetic stuff, like new ship skins, our version of hats, which is like 30-meter high figureheads, and if people do that, they're actually supporting the game. Like, they're supporting the community. So they're doing it almost like for the community. So they should be rewarded in terms of like, hey dude, really cool. Like, I'm playing this game. I don't have the money right now to actually spend it, but it's really cool that you do, because then we can play together and kind of have fun. So that's that's more where we are coming from. So we would like to turn this around. That would be ideal.
So a good explanation of how the free-to-play model can work without alienating the community. That is Dreadnought. Check the links in the description below for more coverage, and we will see you all next time.
Yeah, see you next time. Thanks, guys.